Afternoon. I don't believe we've met. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have a seat. Would you state your name for the record, please?
Alexander Cleaver.
How do you spell your name?
What happens when a routine traffic stop spirals into a courtroom battle over meth possession? This isn't just about broken taillights or missing IDs. This is about lies, contradictions, and a suspicious purse that changes everything. Stay tuned, because as this case unfolds, every twist will make you question, was Lori Allen hiding the truth or just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time?
This is file number 251633FY. People versus Lori Jean Allen. That's you?
Yes, sir.
We've met mostly online, but we've met in person. But I needed to identify you for the record. The allegation here is that on or about March 2nd, 2025, you possessed methamphetamine in the city of Sturgis. That is a felony. It's punishable by up to 10 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $15,000. The complaining witness is Officer Alexander Cleaver of the Sturgis Police Department. Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert is here, and you're here with your lawyer, Jordan Harden. Mr. Robert, are the people ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
The courtroom is set. File number 25, the state versus Lori Jean Allen. The charge, possession of methamphetamine, a felony carrying up to 10 years in prison and $15,000 in fines. But Lori was given a choice: plead guilty to a lesser misdemeanor, or risk everything by fighting in court. Her decision: reject the deal. Now, her entire future hangs on this preliminary hearing.
Ms. Hart?
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to place on the record for the purposes of the prelim today, Ms. Allen was offered a misdemeanor use of methamphetamine. She has decided to not accept that offer. I have advised her that by holding this prelim today, we waive any right to negotiate in the circuit court, as the prosecutor's position has changed as far as that. So just for the record, she understands that by having the prelim today, my ability to negotiate a lesser offer is diminished, if not gone entirely.
Is that correct, Mr. Robert?
That's correct.
Ms. Allen, that's been the prosecutor's policy for many years. In fact, it was my policy when I was prosecutor a long time ago. So let's break this down exactly. I want to make sure you understand everything. The charge is possession of methamphetamine. It is a felony. It's punishable by up to 10 years in prison and a fine of up to $15,000. If you're convicted of a felony, the sentencing guidelines would come into play, and the sentencing guidelines would set forth a range for your sentence, which could be anything from time served to prison. And I don't know what those are. And it would be a felony conviction. There's a lesser charge, which is a misdemeanor, known as use of methamphetamine. Use of methamphetamine is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $2,000. You have been in jail now for 19 days. If you have the preliminary examination, the prosecutor is no longer going to negotiate the sentence. So what would be left would either be a trial in circuit court or a plea in circuit court. And that could be some time from now. This hearing is called a preliminary examination. You don't get found guilty or not guilty at today's hearing. All I have to establish is probable cause to believe that a crime was committed and probable cause that you did it. So you're not going to be found guilty or not guilty here. If the prosecutor can present probable cause, the matter will be bound over to circuit court. And misdemeanor plea offer would be withdrawn and it'd be set for trial.
Okay.
All right, is that what you wish to do?
Yes, I do.
The judge explains it clearly. Today isn't about guilt or innocence. It's about probable cause. If the prosecutor shows enough evidence, Lori's case moves to circuit court for trial. Sitting there, Lori listens as her lawyer warns. Once this hearing starts, there's no turning back. Any chance for negotiation is gone. Yet Lori doesn't hesitate. Calmly, she insists. She wants to move forward.
All right, you seem quite clear about it, and I
Yeah.
think you were right from the start, but, all right, Mr. Robert, you may call your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Stoll is going to be handling this for us.
All right, Ms. Stoll, would you place your appearance on the record?
Abigail Stoll on behalf of the people.
All right, thank you. All right, do you wish to call your witness?
Yes, I'll call Officer Cleaver.
All right, would you come forward, please? Good afternoon. I don't believe we've met. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have a seat. Would you state your name for the record, please?
Alexander Cleaver,
How do you spell your name?
K-L-E-B as in Victor, E-R.
All right, and you're an officer with the Sturgis Police Department?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Stoll, you may inquire.
Officer, could you tell me where you work
Sturgis Department of Public Safety.
and how long have you worked there?
It's going on about 8 months now.
And were you on patrol on March 2nd of 2025?
Yes, I was on FTO at the time.
Could you please tell me about your contact with Lori
Just-
Allen?
Officer Alexander Cleaver takes the stand. He recalls March 2nd, 2025, a night that began as a simple patrol. A dark van had just left a known drug house, and when Lori's vehicle turned suspiciously, he pulled her over. The reason? A license. Plate light was out. But what should have been a routine traffic stop quickly turned into something much bigger than burnt-out bulbs.
Just a second. What's FTO?
Field training officer?
All right. So you had another officer with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, who is that?
That's going to be Sergeant Edgington, our K-9 unit.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Could you please tell me about your contact with Lori Allen?
So I was on patrol in the area of Orange Street and West Congress when our other officer advised me that a dark colored van had just left a known drug area and was heading west on Congress Street. I spotted the vehicle on West Congress as I was at the stop sign at Orange Street. She immediately took a right heading north on Orange. I did a UE, found a traffic stop for no license plate light, and initiated my emergency lights. We pulled over into the Sturgis Liquor Mart where she was hidden behind a wooden tall fence. Her lights and car was already off. I got out of my vehicle, made contact with Miss Lori, and asked her for her ID, registration, and proof of insurance. She gave me her registration and stated that her...
When asked for ID, Lori claimed her purse had been stolen in Indiana, but Cleaver wasn't convinced. Her story about where she was coming from changed too. 2 different answers in just minutes. Red flags everywhere. That's when the officers decided to call in the K-9 unit. And when the dog circled the car, its sudden alert set the stage for a shocking discovery.
ID was stolen out of her purse in Indiana.
Could you please identify the defendant?
Yeah, she's right there in the green colored outfit.
Let the record reflect that the witness has ID'd the defendant.
It may.
Okay, please continue.
So I got all of her information, went back to my patrol car, ran Miss Lori through lean. She came back as expired, everything else checked out on the vehicle. On my initial contact with Lori, I asked her where she was coming from. She stated she was taking Noel Allen home on North Clay Street. So after I made my second visit with Lori, I asked her why she lied to me about her driver's license, and she stated she didn't lie, that her purse was stolen out of a vehicle in Indiana. I then proceeded to ask her again where she was coming from, and at this time she gave me a different address than the previous one. With the different stories and nothing adding up, I deemed Miss Lori was lying to me or hiding something. So at this time, myself and Sergeant Edgington proceeded to run the canine around the vehicle.
And then was anything found in the vehicle?
Yeah, so the canine alerted on the passenger side. So we got Lori out. I explained it to her that the dog had alerted on the vehicle. We began our search. At that time, there was a Aldi bag behind the passenger seat. Lori stated that it was Noel Allen's. When we searched the bag, the belongings in it were women's clothes. We found a small black scale and an orange pill bottle with crystal-like substance in it. On my, I searched the driver's side, and right next to the driver's side seat, there was a purse. Inside the purse, I found a clear, like baggie with crystal-like substance in it. At that time, I gathered all the evidence, put it in a bag, and we're going to take it back to the department. I stated to Lori that the next process is we're going to send this to MSP. If it comes back positive for methamphetamine, we're going to pursue charges.
Behind the passenger seat, officers found an Aldi bag filled with women's clothing. Inside it, a scale and a pill bottle containing crystals. But the biggest find was closer, right beside the driver's seat. In a purse, they discovered another, baggie of a crystal-like substance. And to make it worse, inside that purse was Lori's own state-issued Michigan ID card.
And what did the MSP lab results show?
It came back positive for methamphetamine.
Did you ever see the defendant holding the purse?
The purse was right next to the driver's side seat. It was in her possession next to the driver's side seat.
Was there anything in the purse showing that it was hers?
It was her ID.
The ID that she said she didn't have?
Correct. She was also the only female in the vehicle at that time.
And
What was the ID?
It was a state issued ID.
State of Michigan ID?
Correct.
And where did all of this take place?
Sturgis Liquor Mart.
In
Sturgis,
Sturgis, Michigan.
Sturgis,
St. Joseph County?
St. Joseph County.
Thank you.
Are you gonna move to admit the lab report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Allen, there's a special statute for preliminary examinations that allow the prosecution to bring in a laboratory report for preliminary examination purposes only. If this was a trial, they'd have to bring the laboratory technician in to testify about the test, but it is admissible for prelim purposes only. Could you describe the document? All right, this is a laboratory report dated May 15th of 2025 under the signature of Scott Sietzma, forensic scientist. They did find one item with residue of methamphetamine, one Ziploc bag containing a white residue. There's a number of cases which support the residue is sufficient for possession or use purposes. my old chief assistant, Doug Fisher, later prosecutor, used to call these a no dope case. But residue is sufficient. It is found to be methamphetamine. So I will receive, let's put a stamp on.
The evidence was sent to the state police lab. The results? Positive for methamphetamine. Just a small baggie with residue, but still enough to qualify as possession under Michigan law. The prosecutor calls it a no dope case, where even the faintest trace is enough for a felony. In the courtroom, that tiny residue now carries the weight of 10 years in prison.
On this as People's Exhibit number 1.
Outside.
Oh, good.
Would you like me to hold them here to come into your courtroom?
Yes.
Or would you,
No, I want to see them.
okay, and would you like me to contact Lance?
Please, he can zoom in.
All right, thank you.
I have other fish to fry. It'll be a bit 2:30, let's
That's
say.
fine. I think I'll have them just come in here, or I'll have security just hold them out there.
Security
and then you
hold them
let
not
them
to,
know
they're
when you're
not to
ready
leave
for
the
them.
building.
Very good.
All right, that has been received as People's Exhibit number 1. All right, anything further?
Officer, which item was it that was sent to the Michigan State Lab?
It's gonna be that clear plastic baggie that was found in her purse.
Thank you, that's all.
All right, Ms. Harden.
Good afternoon, officer.
Hello.
So, your testimony today is that you received a call about a dark colored van leaving a known drug area. Is that correct?
It wasn't a call, it was one of our officers was watching this house and he advised me that he saw this vehicle leave the house and headed west on Congress.
Okay, so it's not necessarily that you were looking for this specific
Correct.
vehicle? Okay.
Correct.
And, just for the purposes of today, you had only been following that vehicle based on the information you received from your other officer?
Yes,
Okay. And when you stopped Miss Allen, she was the only person in the vehicle?
yes,
Okay. At the time you stopped her, you had advised she told you that her purse had been stolen?
yes.
Okay. Now, your testimony kind of wavered in that you said purse stolen, then you said ID stolen out of purse. Is that what she told you, the two different stories, or is that just?
She told me her purse was stolen, which contained her ID.
Okay. So at no time she had said it was stolen out of her purse?
Correct.
Okay. Just clarifying that because you testified to both things. So I just want to make sure it wasn't, miscommunication with her. So she tells you my purse was stolen.
Yes,
Okay. And, is it common to deploy the canine on a routine traffic stop such as a taillight being out or a license plate light being out?
no, not in that case, no. But her stories didn't match up. So she told me two different stories and that's why we deemed her lying or hiding something. That's when we put the canine.
Okay. But nothing she said would suggest that she had been, frequenting that drug house. It was just her stories were kind of all over the place.
Correct.
Okay. What's the procedure for deploying the canine unit?
I'm not a canine unit or a handler, so that would have to be referred to the canine.
Okay. Did Miss Allen ever claim ownership of the purse in the front seat?
No,
Did Miss Allen ever claim ownership of the bag in the back seat?
no.
Okay. You indicated you found a pill bottle. Where was that located?
The orange pill bottle was located in the Aldi bag behind the passenger side seat.
Okay. So when your report reflects that the pill bottle was found in between the seat, that's not correct.
In between the driver's side and the passenger in the back seat. So her van was filled with a whole bunch of items. And that's where that bag was located, in the back.
Okay. So your testimony today is that the pill bottle was found in the Aldi bag.
Correct.
Okay. I have nothing further for this witness. Thank you.
Did you ask her anything about the plastic baggie?
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah, she had no idea what was in the vehicle at the time. So I asked her about the items that we found. She stated the pill bottle and the scale was Noel Allen's, that he left the Aldi bag inside of her vehicle.
But Lori's lawyer fights back, pushing holes into the officer's testimony. Was the purse really hers? She told police her purse was stolen. She never admitted the Aldi bag belonged to her. It could have been left by another passenger. And if the K-9 alerted to multiple items, how could they prove which one mattered? The defense wants doubt, and they're planting seeds of it fast.
But she had no idea that the plastic baggie was found in, or that was in her purse.
Did you give her a citation for operating without a valid license or?
We did not,
improperly?
because we were going to pursue charges of possession of methamphetamine at the time.
So she was allowed to leave, and when the laboratory report came back, you got a warrant for her arrest?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then sometime 19 days ago, she was picked up on that warrant.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Does that raise questions for anyone else?
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You can step down. Ms. Harden, anything from the defense?
Is that the state's only witness, Your Honor?
Do you have additional witness to call?
Josh is getting on.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that.
I assume that Sergeant Edgington would be called, so.
Is Mr. Poway here yet?
117 is Frank Poway in the building. There. He's cuffed and dressed, but he's still up to the jail.
All right, is Elvis in the building? Are they bringing him?
They will bring
All
him.
right, yeah, go ahead and have them bring him.
Okay. Per Judge Middleton, go ahead and get him and bring him up here. Clear.
Hoping for the best.
There's a PPO meeting or hearing going on over here, which I believe brokers there. Paul's got to be out here. So we're trying to make arrangements for somebody out there to bring him up.
Okay. Officer Edgington, why don't you come on up to the, good afternoon, sir. If you swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief. If you have a seat, state your name for the record, please.
Sergeant Josh Edgington,
Can you spell your last name, please?
EDGINGTON.
Your dog didn't like me very much during my lunchtime walk. I didn't approach the car. I just kept right on moving. All right, this is Abigail Stoll from the prosecutor's office. She has some questions for you on her oath.
Officer, where do you work?
Sturgis Police Department.
How long have you worked there?
About 9 years.
Were you on patrol on March 2nd of 2025?
There was.
And could you please tell me about your contact with Lori Allen?
Officer Cleaver had conducted a traffic stop on her for a traffic violation. Made contact with her, the driver's side of her vehicle. Spoke with her briefly. Officer Cleaver then spoke with her and deployed my canine.
Then what happened next?
I deployed my canine for a free air sniff around the vehicle. My canine alerted to the presence of our narcotics. At that time, I then informed Officer Cleaver. I spoke further with Ms. Allen. We conducted a search of the vehicle.
Then could you please identify the defendant in the courtroom?
She's wearing striped clothing with the orange sandals.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
It may.
And then what happened after you deployed the canine?
Once he alerted, we then conducted a search of the vehicle and located what was later discovered to be methamphetamine. Baggie contained it.
Could you please explain what it means to alert?
So when you deploy the dog and he is doing his sniff, you're looking for trying to observe a change in behavior. So after he pressed his nose to the door seam, he then shuffles backwards and sets his rear end.
Next, Sergeant Josh Edgington, the K-9 handler, steps up. He explains how the dog is trained, how it alerts by sitting after sniffing narcotics. That day, the K-9 clearly alerted near Lori's car. Still, when cross-examined, Edgington admits Lori never actually claimed ownership of the bags or the scale. To the jury, the small detail could mean the difference between guilt and doubt.
On the ground, alerting. That's his alert.
Was the canine in the vehicle with you, or did you wait to exit the vehicle to deploy the canine?
Was he,
Was the canine traveling with you in the
Yes.
vehicle? Thank you. Nothing further. Thank you.
Were you and Officer Cleaver and the dog all in the same car?
yes, I was FTO.
Okay.
Afternoon, Sergeant.
Afternoon.
I have a couple questions for you. So you are the canine handler for the specific canine mentioned in the report?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of training does that canine go through?
We go through narcotics detection training. We also do apprehension training, tracking.
Okay. How frequently does the canine go through that training? Is it kind of like a yearly thing where they have to do updated?
So there's a certification every year.
Okay.
But we train consistently. The minimum is 16 hours a month. We go up to Battle Creek for 4 hours, train with their training group once a week, and then I do my own stuff randomly throughout shift.
Okay. And you and your canine are up to date on all that?
Yep.
Okay. You indicated that you were with Officer Cleaver and you had conducted the traffic stop. Was the canine in the car during the initial part of the stop?
Yes.
Okay. Does the canine have access to, your testimony was that you did a free air sniff. Could you explain what that is?
Air around the vehicle.
Okay. With where you were parked in comparison to Miss Allen's vehicle, would the canine have the ability to conduct that kind of a sniff test from the vehicle?
From inside my vehicle?
Yeah.
Highly doubtful. I mean,
Right.
the windows were up and stuff. It was cold outside. It was
Okay.
March,
So it's not like the windows were down and he had,
No.
okay.
no, and it wouldn't.
And did you have much contact with Miss Allen, or did Officer Cleaver kind of take the reins of the investigation?
I spoke to her briefly.
Okay. Did she make any indication to you as far as the items found in the vehicle that they belonged to her?
She informed me that a Aldi bag belonged to a male subject.
Okay. Did she take any ownership of the items found that were alerted to by the canine?
There was a scale in that bag, so that would have been one of the things. I can't determine exactly what of the multiple items we located that he exactly alerted to. They all had the presence of narcotics.
Okay. But Miss Allen herself did not claim ownership of any of those items you found?
The bag,
Which bag?
The Aldi bag. The other clear plastic bag was located in her purse.
Okay. Did she take ownership of that purse? Did she indicate to you that was her purse?
I don't recall. I'd have to check my report.
Okay. Did she take ownership of the Aldi bag, say that was her bag?
She stated it was not her bag.
Okay. Was anything else located in the vehicle?
3 items of evidential value. There's a lot of personal property in there.
Okay, but nothing that alerted the canine other than the items that were disclosed in the report? Okay. I have nothing further. Thank you.
Stoll?
Nothing further.
All right, thank you. You can step down. Anything further, Ms. Stoll?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Harden,
Nothing, Your Honor.
motions?
We motion to bind over on 1 count of possession of methamphetamine. Because the crystal like substance that was found in Miss Allen's vehicle tested positive for meth. She was the sole occupant of the vehicle and she had control over the vehicle. Which was in.
The prosecutor argues fiercely. Lori was the only occupant of the vehicle. The purse with meth was right next to her seat, with her ID inside. She had control over the car, and the evidence is clear. The defense counters, Lori consistently denied. Ownership, and another person, Noah Allen, had been in her car. Could the meth have been his, or was Lori just unlucky?
Her purse.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Harden?
Thank you, Your Honor. We would ask the court to consider the testimony today. Both officers testified that Miss Allen denied ownership of any of the items discovered, as indicated on another person as being the owner of the Aldi bag. That was somebody she had given a ride to who had access to the vehicle prior to the stop for the officers. We'd ask the court to consider that evidence and not bind over today. Thank you.
Miss Allen, as I advised you, the standard here is pretty low. It's probable cause. There may be some search issues and some other issues here, but we're not addressing those here right now. They pulled you over for theoretically a license plate light. And then in the course of investigation, learned that you had no valid operator's license. And even if you did have a valid operator's license, you didn't have your license in your possession. He gave the officer 2 different versions about what happened, indicating your purse had been stolen in Indiana. I don't know why you didn't just give him your ID.
I told him my wallet was stolen.
All right, well, apparently in your purse was your Michigan ID card, but you didn't presently have a valid driver's license. So they had a canine. This was the canine car that's parked outside. And they had the dog sniff the car. First alerted on the passenger side. There was no passenger in the car. Noah Allen is your son, is that correct?
Noah Allen is no relation. He states he is, but he's not.
All right.
Noah Allen is no relation to my family.
All right. I guess I didn't understand that. I thought he told me he was your son.
No, he keeps telling everybody in Sturgis he's my daughter Mandy's twin, and he's no relation to us.
All right. Well, I know Mandy, but all right. Anyway, so he's somebody that has the same last name.
Yeah, that's it. Just the same last name.
All right. At any rate, you gave versions about what was in your purse or what was stolen. They didn't mention a wallet. I didn't specifically know enough to ask, but in your purse behind your seat was your ID and this baggie full of residue, which has tested positive for methamphetamine.
The judge considers everything. He reminds the courtroom the bar here is low. It isn't about proving guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, just showing probable cause. And the meth found in Lori's purse alongside her ID is enough to bind her. Case over to circuit court. For Lori, this means one thing. The fight is far from over, and prison looms closer than ever.
And that's sufficient probable cause to bind this matter over to circuit court. The next step would be the matter would be set for a status conference some months from now. You've been in jail now for 19 days. I've known you on a number of cases, mostly having to do with zoning issues in the city of Sturgis, as well as trespassing cases. You do have some unpaid fines and costs on some minor matters. You have a trespassing case, which is set for court this Friday for a last pretrial conference. Your bond is set in the amount of $2,500 cash or surety.
I has asked the court to consider a bond reduction or PR bond today. I advised her that with the prelim, I wasn't sure if the court was going to rule on bond as jurisdiction was going to be transferring.
Well, as soon as I sign it, I lose jurisdiction of it. Mr. O'Bear, what's your thought regarding the bond? Or Mrs. Stoll?
We would ask bond to remain where it's set.
Your Honor, she's advised me she does have a jury trial coming up out of state, so she is hoping to bond to be able to address that.
Tell me about that.
I don't know if I'm supposed to name names, but, okay. It's,
Well, what's the charge?
the charges are almost the same here, and there's another person involved, but I won't give a name. I was supposed to have a jury trial on that
In what state?
in LaGrange. And I was thinking it was this week, and I kept telling him the jail from the time I went there, I kept telling him I have a jury trial. You need to make sure LaGrange knows I'm here. Of course.
Have you been in contact with your lawyer?
No, well, her, or the lawyer down there?
Yes.
No, I don't have no money, I don't have nothing. I was gonna ask for a PR bond because I have a trust fund in Branch County. And I have to get this done in LaGrange because I want to get my trust. So I can pay all this and, I mean, go to all my hearings and stuff, but I need to get to Grand Rapids.
What's in Grand Rapids?
My daughter,
Which daughter?
Jessica.
All right.
She's in a long-term care home. I'm sorry,
Yes, we discussed it. She's been in.
but I've talked to her every day of my life, every day. But she's doing better. She's up to 144. And she's just bedridden. And I talk to her every day of my life. And I haven't talked to her for 21 days. I mean, I want my crying to be any deciding thing because it is what it is.
We've discussed those matters in the past.
Right.
All right, I'm concerned that you're on bond from Indiana on a methamphetamine charge, which clinches the deal. You can rebring your motion for a bond in circuit court. But for now, your motion to reduce bond is denied.
Okay.
I'll do an order.
It looks like in looking at the Indiana criminal record search, which is completely official, that there was a court date on 8/12 that was missed. And following that, a warrant was issued and the jury trial scheduled for tomorrow has been canceled. But I would encourage her to get in touch with her attorney to confirm all of that information.
All right. Miss Allen, the last thing you needed in your life is methamphetamine.
I know.
Don't say any more about it.
Okay.
All right, you'll go with the court officer. Miss Harden can bring the motion again someone needs to contact your attorney in Indiana and let her know where you are and what the deal is.
Do you have
Um,
your attorney?
All right, I'll do a formal order denying the motion for a bond
Yeah,
reduction.
I think you're gonna have to give me a name. There's so many attorneys. I can't. You think of it, just let me know.
I thought I printed a binder over
If
here.
you have that information, return it, let me know, and then I can get something. for you. She good to go, Your Honor?
Yes,
Thank you.
this preliminary examination is completed.
Judge,
Yes?
Frank is here, so Tim is talking to him right now.
All right, we never know what each day is going to hold. All right, thank you. Mr. Poway, who seems to be suffering from significant mental health issues, is here in the lockup. Also, this is outside of your province, from the prosecutor's office. Alfred and Joanna Yoder have presented themselves at the courthouse. I thought somebody called him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Jordan. Not quite yet.
Water.
I don't know what to expect here, Mr. O'Bear. I'm gonna try to get some guidance from, Mr. George. I don't want to bring him in to have some sort of spectacle here.
Right.
I've dealt with him before. He's always been pretty good with me. Oops. How's he doing?
Seems to be okay right now.
All right, he's been pretty good with me.
I'm assuming you're gonna see the others.
Yes. All right, the live feed is on. I think I'll shut it off and restart it for our next couple of cases. And I'll be back momentarily.
Finally, Lori's lawyer requests a bond reduction, but the judge denies it. Lori has other pending meth charges in Indiana, and her track record doesn't inspire trust. As she's led away in handcuffs, one thing is certain. This isn't just about drugs. It's about credibility, family ties, and choices under pressure. And for Lori Allen, the next chapter could be her hardest yet.